what's happening with all the cameras around?
Weinstein.
Weinstein.
just going to stick with you.
They let me know once we get on the subway.
Excellent, thank you.
You have some time. You don't stand there first. I promise I'll let you know.
I very appreciate it.
Now the excitement is when the lawyers are taking the subway.
That's actually great.
As long as my editor is out of shot.
This is great, right? That he's so kind. What do you work for?
I'm sorry?
What do you work for?
AP.
Oh, you are with AP? Oh, wow. What's your name?
John, from Kilo.
Oh. I guess I haven't met you. I met everybody else.
I remember you when I met you a few months back.
Oh, yeah?
Only the one time. You're more memorable than I am.
No, that's not true. No. It's just that I always see David and Ted. And
You're seeing me a lot more now.
that's awesome. You have a really nice manager, Angie Wong.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, he doesn't look like Bernie Madoff, but I used to go like. Good to see you. See you later, bro. You'll be here. Oh, yeah.
The PR person told us that he will tell us when he approaches.
I'm lying, guys, by the way.
Me too.
I'm like, I am up on one.
I probably they will walk this way, but we don't know, and the PR person will tell us. He will guide us. He's right here. I would follow him. Hi there.
Are you expecting him definitely to come from this way, or just hoping?
Lawyers.
For $5?
Yeah, $1, yeah. This is his PR person. And there will be a presser right here. We all set up for him. Sorry, I'm lying.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Just immediately after. Okay, any comments before?
We're grateful for the panels, but we don't know. We have a long way left.
Okay, and is he going to be...
Great, well, thank you.
You won't see it. He'll only be in the car. It's not big. Walk from the hallway, just don't say, we'll come to the door on the side of the corner.
I saw this one yesterday when I was at the truck farm. The second week on the beach. I'll get your number. Thank you. I appreciate it. Will you go back?
Yeah? Hey, good? Good. Well, what do you think? We're all here for the same reason? Okay,
Just give me a sense of what Harvey Weinstein wants, whether he wants to stay in New York or if he wants to be transferred to LA.
Harvey prefers to stay in New York or to confirm with his attorneys for a possible retrial because to his family and children and for the health care that he's familiar with, and that's what we're looking for.
Update us on his health.
His health is it's a little bit worse than when he walked into prison. He has back issues, he has heart issues, he has missing teeth, he has eye issues, and he has bad back.
And after this, he's going back to Bellevue?
I imagine for the short period he will be going back to Bellevue for care. I don't know what the long-term plans are.
What was his feeling, after finally getting to talk to him about the appeals court decision?
He was relieved that the court saw it the way we did, that the trial wasn't fair, but he acknowledges there's a long road ahead of him, and he's bracing for that and prepared for it.
In terms of today, when the judge does vacate this decision, I mean, how quickly are you going to move in making sure you guys are prepared for a potential new trial?
We're prepared for trial right now. We know the issue's cold, nothing's changed, and the DA can't produce anything different. We know what we're prepared for, and we're ready to go for it right away, and the faster the better as far as we're concerned.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Walking from coming out now. It's kind of comes from down there. It's coming from the seats from the 4, 5, and 6. So it's down that way, yeah.
So should we cross the street?
I mean, I don't know which side he's gonna. I think he's gonna walk on that side, but I don't want to guess that until he gets out the right place.
Thank you so much, really. You make our lives easier.
That's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just not the $3, right? Thank you so much.
Judah is,
Sorry, Alex.
you know,
See you, Anita.
It's obviously a realistic expectation.
this is the perfect weather, correct?
Yeah, oh my god, yes. Oh, yeah, I can't right now.
Yeah.
What was the
What's your name? Dave. Dave, you know Lewis? The majors from the building? They all know, yeah. Oh, okay. Speak so we can let you know. Other than you. It's only his lawyers. It's not a party today. I got it. Very good. See you. Nice to see you.
Yep, good seeing you, brother.
It's good. Thank you. Yeah, likewise. It's like this, I see some really that way following. Yeah. Yeah, right before this fire. One oh, yeah, that one. Isn't that more about changing the star? Yeah, that's what
Yeah, of course, yeah. Sounds perfect. At least I'm excited.
Usually just saying that I'm doing a little free throw.
Lawyers almost here. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Exactly. It'll probably be this. I think my light is about the same color temperature as this thing. You want to just take a peek? Okay. I think it should be right about there, but I can't quite tell. If I turn it off or on, it doesn't affect too much in terms of color, right?
No, not at all.
They don't have numbers on this, I just have to guess.
Now it just looks a little reflective on the tile, but it's kind of nice. The illumination.
Yeah, because I'm going to turn that on because I need it as much help exposing as I can get.
I'm on 6 dB.
Yeah, me too.
That's as high as I ever want to go. As hard as moving. Something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Good. So I said the other guy was great. Oh yeah. Who is that?
Hi everybody. How are you feeling right now, sir? That's a great question. Well, obviously we worked very hard during the trial and didn't get the result that we wanted. And basically because of this young lady's hard work in the Court of Appeals, determined that Mr. Weinstein did not get a fair trial. I mean, that's the easiest way for people to understand it, is that they said he did not get a fair trial and he deserves to have a do-over, although he was acquitted of the most serious charges. So it'll be a less dramatic trial. It won't be as long. And we're very fortunate to, and Mr. Weinstein is very fortunate to be able to be going back into this courtroom today in front of a judge with an excellent reputation to prove his innocence, which he has been steadfast about since the day I met him approximately 5 years ago. I'm going to head into court. Just watch yourself. There's cars behind you. I'm not going.
And John would have try it.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Kevin. How are you, sir?
You know, I forget.
Do you see him up ahead?
Yeah, you dropped your jacket.
Thank you. I
You
got
dropped
it.
your jacket.
Do you see him up ahead? It's like a catwalk a little bit.
What's the best case scenario?
A swift date for a swift date for a trial. You know, obviously we understand that there are certain legal processes that have to take place after a reversal and some motion practice that needs to be done, but
What is Harvey telling you when you talk to him?
go. You know I'm innocent. Go in there and prove that I'm innocent. Watch your back.
Are you going to talk to us after?
Watch your back. Yeah.
We'll get a press conference right after.
All right, guys, I'm going to go in.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Part 81, right?
Thank you. Motherfucker. Oh.
dehydrated and I just ate. You can take the whole thing if you want. Go. There you go.
Thank you. I really feel like I'm gonna faint. No, I do. I'm like foggy eyed.
Yeah, it's just this air.
I'll take this.
Can you tell this girl with the black hair to take a seat? She's a reporter, I think. Or is that girl gonna stand there? Anybody know this fucking chick's name? Excuse my language. I want her to move. Can,
Here he is, big boss man. How you doing, baby? Gloria, the main accusers.
got a shot of you, too.
Sorry? Oh, nice. How'd it look? How'd it look? Yeah, she's gonna talk to us afterwards, so I told her maybe that they don't have that press pen anymore outside.
No, but they're doing something outside. They're ready for people outside.
Oh, really? DAs? Is it the DAs? Okay, cool. Just text me. You have my number? Also, do you have any juice I could borrow by chance?
No, I just finished water. Everything's outside.
Water? You mean not actual water? Is it plug? Yeah. Battery. Yeah, yeah. I got a plug. Is it AC by chance? Or USB-C? I might have a USB-C. Let me check.
This girl's got to move.
I see her now. Thanks for letting me use it.
Did you see anything?
I see Arthur. That's it. Got the hat on for He has a white knife.
Peter! Hey, Peter, why don't you get in the middle of the hallway?
You guys tuck in a little?
Excuse me.
No, I lived in the Lower Side all my life, and I lived there. That's where it is.
Hey, Stills, when you guys pop out, you're blocking all of our shots.
Peter, his name is.
Slide to the right. Walk outside, take a left turn, out the doorway. I mean, it's the court, but it's really not. You know where you land on the end of it? Yeah. It's just at the corner of the courthouse, rather than going into the Yeah, he just took his hat off his ball. So you can either do a white hat or a bald hat. Just walk away. It's too far to shoot.
His name's Peter.
No, Peter Cottontail, it's me.
Tell it's not Stills, it's Peter. Yell at Peter specifically.
I'm just gonna walk a bit, stand in front of them with my iPhone, and then just shoot like this in front of them.
Fuck, I gotta go handheld because all I see is a Prezi. If you could go down an inch, that would really. Thank you so much.
Let's just call that one finer.
Fine, yeah.
Courtroom's not open yet.
You are. You got stuck in my head the other day.
Ladies and gentlemen, here for part 81. Do we have any members of the public, not press, online? Just raise your hands. Public? Can I have the members of the public? Who else is with the public? Public?
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna have you guys just come up here. You're gonna bring you two second lines on the right, one for public. No, we're not public. Second line for public, all right? How are you doing now? How's everything? Everyone else is press? If you're press and you want to use your laptop in the courtroom, please make sure you have your person. All right?
It'll be a rotation.
Thank you.
Ice cream in the newsroom. Great. Just push out.
I'm just gonna go stand right in front. Just right on your face. Just like hold it out. Just yeah, I would.
Thanks everybody for turning your lights on. Fuckers.
This is my freaking I know.
I can give you mine.
No, I'm just gonna start a bunch of people in the face.
Take my card reader. So your last time. It wasn't much better.
Yeah, but look at this. There's two of them.
Skater. I have Weinstein court arrivals. Just give it like 5 seconds. She's doing the Weinstein. Latest. Thanks. This was
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to let you in the court nice and early to get you all set up, okay? Just make sure that you have your credentials on your outmost garments that you're able to use, all your electronic devices, no cell phones, just laptops, please, okay? Thank you.
all right. Thank you.
Folks, coming in? Let's go. Did you tell her, Jack?
Yeah, I told her.
How'd she feel about it?
Good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Hey, Mom. Hey, girl.
Hi, Johnny.
Friday?
Huh?
Friday?
What's happening?
Back to back?
When?
Friday morning? Sundays,
I think I'm Trump Tower Pool. Archer.
Oh,
So
I mean, it's a nothing thing.
I'll be doing Trump, I think.
I'm looking for an excuse not to do it.
No, I know. Of course. Cappuccino and art?
What?
Cappuccino and art?
Yeah. Cappuccino.
Who's got tungsten on? Does anybody know how to color temperature match? No?
It's too much.
Are we having camera class
Yeah, these guys are all using tungsten up front while they're in the way.
today? Someone's an potter. Swipe them all.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I got a
Just
grenade.
run her over.
Just hold a pen out and weird yellow light.
It's so yellow. I know.
Well, they have little color temperature knobs on them for a reason, right?
It's like,
It's like an amazing feature.
yeah.
It's like 4K.
It's like groundbreaking. Yeah, I have like 42 and change or something.
It's about.
39, 40.
All my hallway shots always look like shit. So I'm not even mad at anymore.
Now the guy looks super tan when I'm zooming in.
It was like,
Yeah, you got a spray tan.
the last operations guy was like, Katie, I looked on the sheet to see you were in court, and you did a quick hallway interview. It looked frantic, but you should have put your light on. I'm thinking, oh, when I was running down the hallway, the Cloverfield camp.
With the tripod attached still probably.
In the Jiro trying to kick it along the path, chasing someone to the elevator. Yeah,
That's when I talk all Monday about what the quarterback should have done on Sunday.
what you could have done.
You probably should have got a 2-shot too.
Yeah.
While you're at it.
Yeah, you could have second cams.
We have a guy like that. And Mike probably heard his class. Are you unemployed?
Yeah, 9 to 5.
Nice. I've been told for about 6 months. What? I've been told, he's been telling me for about 6 months I'll be Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, but every week's schedule comes out, I'm working Sundays, so we'll see.
Have you been editing more?
I edit a lot. I mean, I don't edit court stuff. I actually like editing. It gets me like, they're not editing. Oh, great. Oh,
You're not Italians.
Yeah. They're all part.
Or like hot days, or rainy days, or whatever days you can be in your car.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, they try to send me the breaking news one. Remember that ship like, burning in Newark? There's a ship burning in Newark and you send me. I'm like, oh, I'm editing.
Yeah.
They go, oh, all right, never mind.
Never mind.
Like some crappy little package.
Yeah.
Breaking news, real breaking news. I can see the smoke. Like, I'm like, yeah, we're cutting right now. So. But they were so down on editors that they couldn't, they really couldn't. Otherwise, it just wouldn't make air. And now they brought some back. Nothing you should get too interested. Oh, that's good. I love it. And you're really good. I mean, you guys have been doing it forever. Thank you.
We're doing lots of background lately.
You're the one. What?
We've been doing stuff background.
Yeah.
That's
But since our last lesson and me talking to you, I'm like much
better. And now, next time we're on something, I'll show you some new tricks.
Yeah.
Christy will go, no. Christy, you don't want to. No, do my own thing.
Yeah. I mean, she has a rough schedule though with Allie doing all this process.
Yeah.
But I've been shooting a vlog and creating 4 life terms, and I'm hoping to get it reduced to 2 life terms. Like 2 camera shoots and 1 radio. Yeah, I mean, I stepped it up quite a bit.
That's great.
Okay, those are only the life terms.
We've been doing these like cold
After Effects,
these are cold case murders.
that's what I've been doing. You've been doing that too?
Yeah. Did you do this one on 46th Street?
No, we've been doing like 10-minute pieces. It's like, we drove to New Hampshire and stuff. I didn't know you were doing cool. That's not Alex.
Will they give It's that old little show kind of thing going on there. You see that? You see what they did with that little?
I
They
did.
did, yeah. What is that? Like little sepia filter? Kind of like
No, some After Effects.
supposed to make
Like
it look
dust
what?
particles.
Like
Makes you feel something, right? It's such a crazy. I'm like, how is it we're not allowed to show blood, but we can show a skull?
That's undergrad graduate. We showed a body to get a shock. See, I don't
A
know.
skull.
That's
How are we allowed to show a skull on TV?
it's an ashtray. Turn it around and
But like, a woman who's 8 months pregnant gets slaughtered by her baby daddy, and you just have to shoot a tree. You know, just any scene you can't shoot.
I know. We did a cold case in Clifton, and we sat down with a detective and a police chief, and he's like, "You guys want to see the privacy photos?" Well, yeah, because I was shooting them too.
Yeah.
And he showed us like everything. Like this one 80-year-old woman got like stabbed in the neck and the chest, and I'm like, here you go. And she's on the ground with the knife wounds and everything. And I'm like, yeah, it was pretty bad scene. Because we're not showing that one.
Yeah.
But I don't edit this.
Tiffany lives in Norwalk, and the cop's like, yeah, here's the body when it takes the bullet to the back, falls.
Yeah, they're so not our bad.
Good duck.
$4,000.
4,000.
4,000.
I dialed my back. We've been like, Alice has been like really into this weekend. Like we drove up to New Hampshire. Yeah.
I've been having Mark film every Thursday.
Oh really?
Because they'll leave it.
We've been trying to do it, but it's like a lot of work. Like it's I know this is cool.
Yeah.
We had like recovery back when
That's great. That's after. Yeah, it's a template.
he's like a nice kid. I was like, second. It's like a 3-camera sit. Oh no, you have to watch that. The founder on the story's
Are you thinking of cool life?
See, I didn't like some of the edits. I wasn't a huge fan of, but I get it. I just,
You didn't have.
I just handed it.
That's kind of.
Some of it's a little cheesy, I think, but this I don't know.
They don't let you edit it.
It's not that they wouldn't let me, it's that you just don't have time. It's like a 10-minute piece. And they don't give us any time to work on it. So like Alice writes it and then she like hands it off to this editor. He's a good editor. But he barely has time.
Right.
Oops, sorry, Joe.
I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but this is what we did. So essentially all we had were cops talking and a blanket that the kid was found. The kid was found in a duffel bag wrapped in this blanket floating in the water. Yeah. Maybe we just had and some cool coming up.
Between the ages of 3 and 5, the killer has never been caught, fully never identified, but given a name by NYPD cold case detectives such as John Valentine.
Ooh, I like that. How'd you get to put a GoPro in the file?
Yeah. I did 3 cameras, GoPro, Osmo, and then big camera. Excuse me.
I didn't realize they were shooting. What's up, Brad? You get like a director's slate. 4,000.
Thanks for all the light.
Yeah, that's all the light.
Thanks. I think we should all put on 10K and screw everybody.
Basketball.
Unnecessary.
That's why I'm going to flip it. Like that. Oh, you caught it. You want my light?
No, can you actually bend your light that way? Or not for the light, but for, yeah, so it's out of the way.
Yeah.
You can turn it off too.
Oh, you don't want me to bounce it?
No, I just, no.
You like this orange feel?
No, it's fine. It's just bouncing right into my lens. So
I can turn it.
it's okay. The girl entertainment will get all over the place, don't you worry.
I can wind this
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is that in your shot?
Yeah, it's the light itself is in my shot.
Okay. Got it. I'll put it to sleep.
There you go, thanks.
Reuters. Did you watch that movie? Civil War? Is it about Reuters report?
No, it's Civil War?
Yeah.
Don't
It's a new
know.
movie. It's about a bunch of reporters. It's like post-apocalyptic kind of. It's like there's a civil war in the United States.
Oh, I didn't know.
And there's about these.
When did this come out?
Like 2 weeks ago. It's about these Reuters reporters trying to get the DC to be the president.
Oh, I heard that
before they
that's
kill
really
him.
good.
It was good. I saw it. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was okay.
Are we portrayed now as like,
Oh, we know it makes the president like a complete badass. He's really like in combat, like right behind the guy. I'm like, I would never get that close. But yeah, it's cool. I don't. There's still guys who are Reuters and girls. It's Kirsten Dunst.
oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
He started doing his assignment at our channel too.
Is he really?
I saw the email. I had to look at it like 3 times.
And you get Masa too?
There we go.
How's that?
She is space cadet. She is out there.
And Christy told her, she's like, oh, hi, happy you're here. We worked together at New York One, and now we're here. And she was, we never worked together.
She was so mad.
Christy said, yeah, we did. We worked together several times. She goes, no, it was only your sister. She's like, no, we did the puppy story, the building, blah, blah, blah. She's like, well, she like listened, and Ma still was like, no, that was your sister. We didn't work together. Christy was like, why would I be making up stories that we were together?
It's funny because Chrissy told me that story, but then I worked with her last week, and she's like, hi, nice to meet you. I was like, oh, we met. She's like, oh, yeah, maybe. She said your name sounds familiar. Space cadet.
People that really love themselves.
She's like getting up and watching this. And there was like pause for like, I'm not even joining like 10 seconds between questions. The person just they're staring at each other. Like they froze.
Yeah. You're like, wait.
It was pretty easy to work with.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have the sitting judge on this 42, so the cameras go off when she walks by, okay?
Still have to wait outside.
Cameras, what's the cameras? I guess he's gonna walk into this one.
She doesn't want her phone. She's not the regular.
Anyway, yeah, we got the best of the best. I was telling her, I was like, he's the worst I've ever experienced. He's like, well, maybe he got better. I was like, there's no way. I did a one-on-one blood mission. This was my day. Like 9 a.m. started, did a one-on-one blood mission, then did all that, went to his place, covered that, left at like, left the stadium at like 1 in the morning. Crazy late. It went extra innings. I'm driving back. It's like, it's 9 a.m. It's 1 a.m. It's Nico. It's like, hey man, I just went to Yankee Stadium. I was like, no Nico, I'm driving back. He's like, I gotta send you to Central Park. I go, what? There's reports of a dead dog. A dead dog? I said, what's with me? Yeah. Fucking said, I still to this day don't know why. Just a dead dog. There it was. Just there, laying there, it's a dead dog. It's something fire stage chance. There it was. And there it was, a German child. And you go, okay, I got it.
This woman on the side passed me today, in one day sent me to 9 different things. And I didn't. No. So you have the name of the bar. She's like, hey, get out the car to our house. And I'm like, okay, so I'm driving to West Side Highway, and she goes, oh, never mind, it was this girl in a transformer. Quick, car in a sinkhole in Brooklyn. I'm like, okay. Oh, never mind, it was a fender bender. I'm like, can you call cops on these things first, like, before you send?
Well, that's the best.
It's like,
You never rush anything.
It's like scrolling Citizen and then being like, run. Has he been in uniform this whole time?
He's in Seattle with his wife. And when I saw the email, there was a picture of him and everything. And I was like,
It's fine if they like in work, will work, know how to.
Where they come from?
Hey, don't you talk shit.
You're in New York. It's not a bad shot. 10 years?
Oh, I'm an NBC 8 or 20.
Guys, cameras down. Cameras off.
If the settlement is $6,000.
Thanks for the lights, appreciate it. 4,000. gonna stand.
Are you gonna stand up?
Yeah, I can't see anything otherwise.
Is that your lineup box? Little ball?
Yeah, it's just the bottom of a boom pole. Remember we had the bottom of the boom poles like that?
Oh, yeah. Imagine they come left, you never know.
Guys, cameras off. You're off. Everything off. Cameras off.
Yes.
That's better. You can go up higher if you want. No, it's
Just let you know, your leg is right by my leg. I don't want to.
that one right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
GM just sent out, an email saying coverage last night of Columbia was exceptional, and then gives like the programming breakdown. So, bro, it's a quick draw. Yeah, how about the fact that everyone's saying, they're just saying nice job.
I actually watched the news and I was like, I'm going to put it on. It's 11 o'clock.
You're like, I'm really kinky. Let me watch.
Yeah, I was like,
watch the 11
this is
o'clock
kind of
news. Watching hotel porn. Like, let me just order it up.
No one will ever know.
$4,000
$4,000.
to them. That's fine. It's okay. That would work. I turn mine on as soon as I can,
Because I could put this on.
I was trying to FaceTime Christy last night because I was in this Players Club. It's like a New York kind of drinking theater establishment where you can be like a member. So my friend Alex was playing piano at the publicly brand library, and we were all just like carousing martinis. And I'm like, why isn't Christy answering? Let's call her again.
Call her again.
Let's call her again. Christy, what are you doing? She answers and she's like, stop fucking Christy. I'm not gonna let you.
You're drinking martinis.
Yeah. And then I got home and I'm like, sorry, Christy, I was really excited when you hear Alex play piano. Goofing off.
goofing off. And Christy's like, she answers, right? Police pushing her out of the way. Yeah, she answers. She looks like Charlize Theron in Monster. She's like, I was like, I got it, sorry. I had no idea what was going on either. Sorry, I saw Curtis come out and I thought.
No problem. I
You all
mean,
excited? Yeah, I got
I'm glad you said something because all I saw was the other way. I was looking that way.
Usually when Curtis comes out, it's, but maybe you can only shoot for 10 minutes or whatever.
Feel better?
Yeah. Like my ears were just like hanging side to side. About to go drink water on the toilet bowl. Wait, actually, the sink. That's a more viable option. Like out this way.
Yeah, that'd be better. Let it run for a while.
Yeah. Just moving into the forest. All right there.
HD setting power.
Given an idea of like time, is it just like a
Very quick. I don't know what that means. Alice said it'll be very quick.
This is all legal crap, so if you need to make it like that. Listen, when I went to Yale. Yale Law.
What do you guys know?
Yale Community College.
We're a straight package and C block. Which is crazy. I thought we'd have to.
I'm gonna play something.
Just added some last lecture.
I do have my basketball. But dump truck, man. Phil, get off me.
Harry called it the sunscreen defense.
It's so accurate. So later, someone was like, he's like, and she wouldn't go away, and she was, everywhere you walked, she followed you, and then Phil put the name and said, is that like me playing basketball? I said, yeah, really funny.
Yeah. Hey, you won.
Yeah.
Actual peeping Tom.
Yes.
Aggressive peeping. I never see you work with her. Really? But not at court. She's always done like. Not yet.
Sometimes.
they made her the court reporter. And I called them. I want to be the court photographer. Right. I know. That's great. She wants to be the court reporter, but.
You want me to get another song stuck in your head?
Sure. I almost did that one.
Of course.
What kind of B-roll is that going to be?
Oh my God, we saw a judge here completely unrelated case. Stop. I prefer the other song.
Sing it to Andrew.
What song?
Sing it to
No. I couldn't possibly.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Trouble right there.
Yeah. On the end?
Always in the way.
Uh-huh.
Entertainment.
That's right.
One of them.
Because if I were Oscar
So this isn't for them, this is for you. Yeah, they said that it's such a Are you kidding me?
We almost wrapped up in there. Say again?
The attorneys have approached,
Okay.
so they're probably scheduling.
Okay.
Or they're going to decide that they'll do a plea concurrent in California.
But do you want to listen?
But I doubt the DA is going to go tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
When's the thing start?
Nobody dates there.
Really? Yeah. You got any gear?
There's new batting. Rather than some
Just pop right in there. Chat. Chat.
Take them off the knees.
B-O-L-O-G-N-A. That was part of the song you were singing. B-O-L-O-G-N-A. Oscar Mayer Baloney. B-O-L-O-G-N-A. Baloney. O-S-C-A-I.
No, that was yeah. I was at the police station. It's kind of like Pokemon, catch them all and just kill them. There's only one. No, you can't trust still. Curtis can stand.
Gotta just eliminate Peter.
And
It's been years of
and that one.
the orange guy, yeah. Peter's definitely.
The guy
Peter's always in my way.
and Turtle Boy. So just seeing the dead body. Oh yeah. You mean just set it on the floor? Yeah.
It's much of Vaseline.
I ate too many onions at lunch.
Yeah.
My stomach's no, my stomach's like flipping a little bit. Erica gave me some mints, so.
I'm gonna chug water when I get back in the car. It's gonna be glorious.
Just tuck that elbow in. No, you're good. You don't have to go that far, but that.
Hyperextended. I got you. You got it? I got you. You're singing my song.
You good, Joe? Yeah, push it out further, Peter, in the middle of the hallway. See him? I said push it out into the middle of the hallway. Let's get a longer lens.
But you know how we would tell the same joke over and over again? I had it in the course and affect their mothers or whatever. Yeah. So when I was editing it, I staggered the audio so he was talking over himself.
Let's just say, I think we do that.
Oh boy. Thanks.
Okay.
Erica, can you grab that bottle?
I am alive, so I'm only live.
Is Taylor coming out?
And it's my water bottle, so you don't have to bother picking it up.
No, I can.
I just need her out of my way, that's all. She's not live, so she doesn't understand. John! Christ.
Make a left turn out of the building and cross the street to the first one.
Johnny.
I'll see you downstairs.
Go down, go outside, take your time, you'll get there in time for a couple shots. Just get me from this side. Alright, dude.
Oh yeah. What you think?
It was pretty good. Made us look really badass. Yeah. I was like, if there were gunshots, I'm running the other way. Well, they're gonna have to wait a second. Did good. I like that. They'll take cops.
Take it. How did Gloria come out?
I didn't see her.
Oh yeah.
She's around.
No, I meant. Oh, no, not yet. This is Roscoe. She'll wait.
Rosario. John is right next to her. John, right here, please. And Rosario over a little bit. And Craig, Hammond's over. Excuse me, ma'am. Could you go down?
You guys good to go? Good afternoon, everyone. I am Arthur Aidala, and next to me is Diana Fabi Sampson and retired Judge Barry Kamens. We were Harvey Weinstein's attorneys at the trial 4 years ago, and we were in court today for Mr. Weinstein.
Jump a little bit, please.
We are in court today for Mr. Weinstein. Obviously, a lot of people ask, how do we all feel, including Mr. Weinstein? Obviously, there's a tremendous sense of relief that we're back here. The most obvious difference is the judge that we're before. Judge Curtis Farber clearly is the consummate professional. The way he handles his courtroom, the way he handles litigants before him on both sides. He has a reputation of being very fair, but the reputation that he really enjoys is being very intelligent. And that's what we want. We want We want a judge who will make legal rulings according to the law, not making legal rulings according to opinion polls or popularity contests. I would be remiss if I didn't thank the New York State court officers. They have been absolutely remarkable throughout the course of this, from 4 years ago till last week till today. And that makes a big difference on how a case operates and how it runs. Mr. Weinstein was treated with the dignity that a person who is presumed innocent deserves, because everyone should understand Harvey Weinstein is now presumed innocent. I asked in court for the indictment to be adjusted because there are no more allegations with Annabella Sciorra. He was found not guilty. Not guilty. We heard that twice. Jessica Mann was in the courtroom today. The big charge against her, not guilty, that jury said. Even with all that improper, illegal evidence against him, the jury said not guilty with the most serious charges with Jessica Mann. So yes, it was great publicity and great showmanship by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office to have Jessica Mann in the second row today. However, if Mr. Weinstein went to trial on that, and if by some chance he would lose, he's walking out the back door with the rest of us, because he's already done more time than he could do at the minimal charge that remains regarding Jessica Mann. I thought it was, trying to be inappropriate for Gloria Allred to be in the court today. You know, I've gone toe-to-toe with Ms. Allred for over a decade when I represented the great Lawrence Taylor in a case where we worked so hard to maintain the secrecy, the anonymity of the complainant in that case. And we disposed of that case, and then Gloria rolled out this 19-year-old young lady and exploited her for no reason except to get a lot of media attention. And that young girl suffered because of Gloria Allred. And once again today, why is she in that courtroom? For the media. Her client, who she represented, Mimi Haley, wasn't in the courtroom. She's there, and she knows that at the trial, Mimi Haley testified that she had no financial interest in the outcome of this case. And that Gloria Allred, who as far as I know was never an assistant district attorney or never a criminal defense attorney, was there to guide her through the criminal justice system. And moments after Mr. Weinstein was sentenced, a lawsuit was filed, and she got a significant check from an insurance company. Not from Mr. Weinstein, but from an insurance company. So the first question, if she dares to come and show her face here, will be, tell this jury how you lied to the last jury when you said you had no financial interest in the outcome of this case. When moments after the sentencing, you filed a lawsuit and collected a tremendous sum of money. We will now digest every syllable of the prior testimony of all the witnesses. We will assemble a team of the best and the brightest and make sure that this case is litigated properly in front of an excellent judge, who the difference between this judge and the last judge is night and day. And we're very confident that if it goes to trial, the only words we'll hear at the end of the trial are not guilty. I do want to point out that Jennifer Bogine is here. She is handling Mr. Weinstein's appeal in California. She is, I believe on the record, I called her a brilliant lawyer. I will say that again. She is beyond fantastic. She has been a absolute pleasure to work with, but she has added so much depth to Mr. Weinstein's team and how she fights tooth and nail for not only Mr. Weinstein, for all of her clients. Yes, Molly.
For people who don't know,
why is the trial court judge James Burke's no longer on the bench, and we also have a new district attorney now? How do you think this might play out differently under Alvin Bragg than Sivan?
Well, in the culture that I grew up, we're at Hogan Place, Frank Hogan when he was the district attorney, and Mr. Morgenthau, I don't believe they showed up in courtrooms. I believe that they felt, and their policy was, that's grandstanding. I'm not going to tell Mr. Bragg what he should do and where he should show up. I don't really know him personally. It's his office. If he wanted to be there today, if he thought that a 73-year-old man, maybe 72, how old was he? A 72-year-old man in a wheelchair is the case that he should be on here, as opposed to, I don't know what took place at Columbia last night. Hats off to the NYPD for their professionalism. Or maybe like the people on the subway who are getting robbed and mugged, the assaults. Maybe, he should, I would just say nicely to him, not as a wise guy, say, why don't you go sit in arraignments and look at what's going on there? That probably has more of an effect on your constituents in the city, in the borough of Manhattan, than what's going on with Harvey Weinstein, who you all saw the condition he's in. He's not hurting anyone ever again, if that's what he was accused of in the beginning. I'm not saying he ever did. But, there may be different ways to use your resources when you're the chief executive. So he's the new DA. He has the power to decide whether we're going forward or we're not going forward. Not as Mr. Weinstein's attorney, but as a taxpayer, I would really love the district attorney of Manhattan, where I work and my friends work, to really focus on the crimes that affect all of us on the subways and on the streets, as opposed to something that happened decades ago to someone, allegedly by someone who can do no more harm. But Mr. Bragg will make the decision of how he wants to go forward. In terms of the trial judge, within 2 years after this trial, it was time for him to determine whether he was going to be reappointed by the mayor of the city of New York. There is a committee of lawyers and retired judges that Mayor Eric Adams appoints to vet judges who are up for reappointment. And all I know is that committee never suggested that trial judge should be reappointed, so he is no longer a judge.
Mr. Idala, you were talking about Mr. Weinstein's health issues. I don't know if you can elaborate on them, and are you fearful he may not survive on them?
Mr. Weinstein is clearly physically not in good health. As I said on the record in court, mentally he's fine. He's sharp as a tack. But physically he has been breaking down for years. And when you're a man in the 70s and you have health issues, being incarcerated is not the place to be. I know there's been a big deal made out of the fact that he's at Bellevue Hospital now, but when he was in prison upstate, he was in hospital. So he went from a hospital to a hospital. They tried to put him in Rikers, and when he was examined in Rikers, Rikers immediately said, no, you have to be in a hospital. I am very hopeful that he's not going anywhere anytime soon, but he's in constant pain that he's fighting through. And again, he's not in the setting as we all are, where, if you want to take 2 Advil, you just open the medicine cabinet. It's a whole process to get 2 Advil. But he's fighting the fight the best that he can under the circumstances. Obviously, there's a new sense of energy about him because of the Court of Appeals ruling, but also because the medicine and the treatment that he's getting here in Bellevue, it is considerably better than what he was getting upstate. And the Department of Corrections and Health and Human Services, or whatever those agencies are, deserve credit for looking at him as a human being named Harvey, as opposed to anything but that.
Do you expect at some point to try and get bail for him?
It's a little bit of a complicated issue. It obviously ties into California. In California, as in New York, there is a provision for what's called bail pending appeal. And typically part of that has to do with showing a court that you're likely to win during the appeal. Is that correct, Jennifer?
One of the factors.
That's one of the factors. And obviously now that this case has been reversed and it was used in that case, that would be one of the factors if I was a judge to take into consideration. If we even get a sniff that he's going to get bail in California, of course we would ask for bail here, because unlike what the defendant said, what the prosecutor said here, he was out on bail the last time. when he was charged with life without parole, where he was charged with rape in the first degree, not once but twice. This case is so much more diminished. There were going to be 7 witnesses here. Best case scenario here is there are going to be 2. So of course he would be eligible for bail, and actually be bail much lower than the bail that was set 5 years ago.
So do you plan to ask for it?
Only if things are going the right way in California. Otherwise, it's just a waste of everyone's time, and I don't practice law to waste anyone's time.
Hi, I have a question about the California appeal.
Jennifer, do you want to
Hey.
step up?
Well,
No, she knows.
So,
She needs to.
So it's my understanding that in California there are more protections for judges in allowing evidence of uncharged crimes in sex crimes cases, and that basically if you are going to successfully appeal upon that, the statute requires that you show abuse of judicial discretion. Lawyers I've spoken to, including the attorney for Jane Doe 1, said that there didn't seem to be evidence that the judge had abused judicial discretion.
That's what he would say.
Well, no, I mean, but are you concerned about that? I mean,
I'm not.
Like Molyneux here.
Yeah, so you're right. There's a statute in California, it's 1108, that actually does permit the admission of propensity evidence. It's a little different than New York. But what remains the same from California to New York is that a judge absolutely has to do a balancing test to determine whether the admission of this propensity evidence would cause undue prejudice. That remains the same. That is true in California, it's true in New York. Frankly, it's true in every jurisdiction in this country. The court did not do that there. And so they have the same problems because even though you're correct, the law is a little different, there is the possibility that propensity evidence can be admitted, but that's not the end of the inquiry. I would also point out that this appeal in California does not turn entirely on this issue. I'm not even saying that's the best issue. That appeal was hanging on by a thread already because what people don't realize is Mr. Weinstein was either acquitted or the jury was hung on every single count in that indictment except the ones related to Jane Doe 1, and the judge there gutted his defense. He was prohibited from presenting evidence that showed that he was not even with her, that she was with somebody else on the night of the alleged assault. So I don't want to get too much into the weeds on that, but this issue about the Molyneux issue, the 1108 issue, yes, it is an issue in California. It's not the only issue. And at the end of the day, the judge still abused her discretion when she permitted all of that propensity evidence in. So.
Thank you. Will Mr. Weinstein remain in Bellevue, or is there any scenario in which he would return upstate?
No, Mr. Weinstein will not be returning upstate. Upstate is only for people who are convicted. So he would stay downstate. It's up to the doctors where what the location of his body is.
Can you tell us about how he's like in prison? You know, who was he friends with?
Well, he read.
How did the other prisoners regard him? You know,
he is. He's a charismatic guy. He's got a lot of charisma. He's got a lot of charm, and he's got a lot of great stories. So he's gotten along very well. You know, he didn't have any fights, any altercations, nothing like that. You know, he's an older, sickly man who's not a threat to anybody. He's very generous and friendly to people. As I mentioned in court, he's read hundreds of books. The ones that he highlighted to me, Diana, where are you? Come over here. Were the one about Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
One about Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yep. Tina Brown.
Anything else that I forgot? He's making the best. The human spirit is very powerful. Harvey Weinstein was used to drinking champagne and eating caviar, and now he's at the commissary paying for potato chips and M&Ms. But he keeps his chin up, and he makes the best out of a really horrible situation. And as I mentioned last week, when we spoke on the phone, he said, "Arthur, I told you I was innocent. I am innocent, but I just did 4 years in prison, away from my family, away from my children. You know, how do I get that back?" And the answer is you don't. Yes, sir.
Arthur, even with the lower amount of witnesses, even with what happened last week on the Court of Appeals, do you see this and do you not think this is a slam dunk moving forward? Why or why not?
Well, I've been practicing law for too long to talk about anything being a slam dunk. But obviously, the fact that the Court of Appeals said, you know, the only witnesses that could be there are the ones who are claiming to be complaining witnesses, and not, you know, don't forget, there were more witnesses who he was not charged with, just to show propensity, just to say what a bad guy Harvey is. You want to know? Talk to this one, talk to that one. It's almost like conviction by rumor, conviction by peer pressure, and as opposed to looking at the actual evidence and digging in. And so I would use the term, we're cautiously optimistic that if this case goes to trial, I mean, I'm not very concerned about Jessica Mann. I mean, obviously, Mr. Weinstein wants his name cleared. But when you're a criminal defense attorney and you have somebody's life in your hands, and you know if they get convicted of that charge, that nothing's happening to them, it does take some pressure off. The Mimi Halei count, it's very serious. But as I said, the DA's office isn't going to look at her and see whether she perjured herself, because we believe that she did. We're going to look into that and investigate it and see if that's something that could be brought up. Even if we could, her cross-examination will be prepared for months, literally, and we're already starting. I mean, John Esposito, who is a former Manhattan Assistant District Attorney, he's already reading the transcripts. So, we're going to dice it, slice it, and make sure that jury hears everything from the day they met until the day she cashed the check of the lawsuit, of the check from the lawsuit that she swore under oath to these 12 jurors that she didn't want and she wasn't going to get. So she lied. She lied to those jurors.
On his sentencing, he said that his children hadn't spoken to him since the New Yorker and New York Times expose in 2017. Can you say anything about whether they're in contact again, if anyone visited him?
I know he speaks to his young children very regularly, and he authorized me to say that's what he lives for, is for his 2 young children. Anything else?
How long did he take for the defense? They thought he was broke.
I guess that would be a question between Harvey and I. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
She's right behind. She's setting up shop now. Chomping at the bit.
Sarah.
You got everything you needed? Hey, where's 1010 went to?
I got it.
Thanks. Okay, how's everything?
All right, you ready for round 2?
That sucked. Appreciate that. Hey, Fox. Hey, Fox. Who's Fox? She's talking. Anybody? Who's Fox? Right here. Right here. Could we bring this down a little bit so that the rest of the microphones, the face is going to be... This is you. Yeah? You understand what I'm saying? Because it's so much taller than everyone else, everybody on the peripheries doesn't get the same signal.
Does anybody know Gloria?
If you could just bring it in. Someone from 1010 Wins knocked my shit over and I was struggling to get the sound. That's good. Better than nothing.
Okay.
All good?
Yeah, that's better. Okay. All right. Okay.
We're ready for you.
Okay. I'm attorney Gloria Allred. I represent complainant A, Mimi Haley, for which in the last criminal trial here in New York, the defendant Harvey Weinstein was convicted of criminal sexual assault. That testimony was obviously believed by the jury, and in addition, Mimi's testimony was not the only evidence presented. In addition to the Me Too witnesses, the Molyneux witnesses, there was also an outcry witness who also testified. In any event, the convictions were vacated. Now there is a new trial ordered by the New York Court of Appeals. Mimi has not yet reached a decision as to whether or not she will agree to testify in the new trial. She has stated that the vacating of the conviction was re-traumatizing to her, and that it will be even more traumatic to testify once again. She made an enormous sacrifice of time and emotion during the years prior to her finally taking the witness stand at the trial. She was very courageous. She withstood cross-examination. And based on her testimony, the judge sentenced the defendant to 20 years of the 23-year sentence for criminal sexual assault. It was forcible. The other 3 years were for the other victim, where there was a conviction of third-degree rape. The other victim was in the courtroom today. Mimi is not in New York at this time. So she's still thinking about it, and she certainly will let the prosecutors know when she reaches a decision. It's not an easy one for her. Having said that, as to the New York Court of Appeals decision, obviously, I do not agree with it. I respectfully would be with the dissent. I'm also licensed to practice in California, and was present at the California trial, wherein there was a conviction of the defendant for one victim there. As to the setting aside of the New York convictions, that is not binding precedent on California. I can tell you that. I'm licensed in both states. However, I cannot predict what the California court will do. I understand that the defense brief for their appeal from the conviction is due this month. I understand some of the arguments that may be made, but I can't predict what the California court will do, except to say we have different law as to prior bad act witnesses or witnesses to uncharged crimes. In California, we can, or that is, the prosecutors can admit the testimony of prior bad act witnesses, even if it would show a propensity to commit other crimes. In New York, it cannot be admitted solely for that purpose, and the majority found that it was admitted solely for that purpose, although the dissent disagrees. It really, from the prosecution point of view, was admitted in order to show intent, in order to defeat the premise of the defense that there was consent of the victims. Obviously, if it was forcible, there was no consent. In any event, people have asked me what will happen to the Me Too movement? Will the movement continue? And this is my answer. This movement is alive and well in New York, in California, and in many other states. And as the dissent pointed out in the New York Court of Appeals decision, acquaintance rape, which is what was essentially alleged acquaintance sexual assault, has a much lower conviction rate than stranger rape. And that is one of the reasons it's important to understand the context. It's important for juries to understand rape myths, and it's important from the dissent point of view to hear from prior bad act witnesses. I agree with that, and I think a bill should be introduced in New York similar to what we have in California. California is more protective of victims' rights than New York is now with this New York Court of Appeals decision. So I'll be happy to answer any questions. I'll just say Mimi doesn't have a timeline right now for making her decision, but hopefully it will be soon. Probably not soon enough for you, Arthur, but having said that, it'll be when she's ready.
Well, Arthur questioned your being here today.
Arthur questioned my being here?
You did.
Okay, well, I don't know why. Would you like to tell me why I should not be here as a victim's rights attorney for Mimi in New York? I can't hear you. Maybe.
I was very surprised to see you walk in here today.
I like surprises, and that's why I didn't tell you in advance, Arthur.
I did the same thing when I represented Lawrence Taylor. Just came on in and did the thing. Enjoy yourself.
Okay, I don't know. I would think you would have better things to do than to be concerned about my being here, but apparently not. So enjoy yourself. Any other questions?
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Okay,
Gloria.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you hold it up one more time?
Oh. Is it? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. If you have any further so that we can actually reach out to you and
Never mind.
come and collaborate.
Nothing Duck can't do.
I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
You're never getting that off. Not like we haven't had enough out here. Sure. Everything else going on. That's true.
Pardon me? Amy Haley was not in the picture. Amy Haley went to